What is better than a Squidy, but is cheaper than a Squidy? Well, it would be this guy right here. The LDY Frank P. P is for plastic and not for what you do in the toilet. Okay? And this thing doesn't belong in the toilet. Because this is pretty good. I'm very shocked. When I pulled this thing out of the box, I was like, I didn't have many high hopes because I figured this is just trying to be a Squidy. And little did I know, it exceeds the Squidy. In balance, in sound, in comfortability, just because of those soft, rounded handles. And some could argue, in appearance, but for me, that's the only department where I will defend the Squidy. I think that the Squidy by Squid Industries, as I drop the Frank, is the best looking Balisong, I would say, in the world. That's right, guys. You heard it here first. My favorite design in a Balisong ever was the Squidy. Or is still the Squidy. And I'll explain why. Before I continue talking about the Frank. And obviously, when you pull this guy, you got to talk about the Squidy. Because, I don't think this would have ever come to, fruition or light or anything. Because, without the Squidy's existence. It's clearly the progenitor. It's clearly the, the starter of all of these plastic Balisongs. But, hear me out really quick. The Squidy, I tried to design a Balisong from dead scratch in the past. And when I first started designing, I wanted it to be as simple as possible. I want it to have perfect balance. And I start designing the handles. And I was like, man, these look awfully, close to Squid Industries handles. Then I start designing a blade that has a perfect symmetrical shape and is supposed to be resembling a trainer. And there it is. I was like redesigning the Squidy. It looked exactly like the Squidy. And I was like, I think Lucas is onto something here. So I think that the best looking and designed Balisong already exists. It's the Squidy. I don't think that the Squidy is the best flipper, but design-wise, I will defend it till the end of time. I think the Squidy looks better than this and every other Balisong ever. Ever. Literally ever. Alright, now with that being said, this here beats the Squidy. Easily. It just beats it. Outright. This thing, first of all, it just sounds better. Listen to this. Even the loudest point, which is that close, is 10 times quieter than a Squidy's clack. Let's hear what this sounds like. Hold on. How do you even begin to start adding good tolerances to a plastic Balisong? That's just insane to me. This thing surprisingly has good tolerances for a plastic Balisong. Of course, you're going to have tap with plastic because it's literally bendable pieces. But, as you can hear, just the tolerances on this are good. Well, as good as a plastic Balisong can get, But yeah, this guy goes for $32.99, $33, which is cheaper than a Squidy. Even, I think, cheaper than a blemished Squidy. So it's a better performer. It's beating it in price. It's beating it in comfortability. It's beating it in sound. The only thing it's not beating it in is design. I think, like I said before, just visually, I think the Squidy does look better than this. This almost looks kind of like the Android guy. And resembles a Squidy pretty harshly, but besides that, it's definitely in its own weight class for competing with other plastic Balisongs beyond just the Squidy. So yeah, I've said Squidy 100 times in this video, but this is the LDY Frank P, a new plastic Balisong. They do have a metal version of it. It's just called the LDY Frank. I may or may not put links in the description or pinned comment down below, depending on how easy I can find the links for LDY, because I actually don't remember or recall if they have their own website or not, or if they're still on AliExpress or not, or if they ever were. Who knows? I haven't really followed, wow, Frank on the floor. I haven't really followed LDY that closely to know the exact details of that, but Chaplin's good. Everything on this is very well balanced. It's like, if you want a better performing, better balanced Squidy for less money, with a better sound and better feel, I guess you'd go with the LDY Frank P. Because this is it, folks. This is the best we got in terms of plastic Balisongs as of right now. But yeah, I give it the seal of approval. This thing's actually really nice. I'm going to be having fun flipping this. Anyway, it has been good posting after a while, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Enjoy your days, lives, family, friends, game shows, and yeah, I'll be seeing you. Yeet.